All right, hi. So this video is going to be kind of a compilation of pictures. It's going to be what I've kind of been doing over the past 2 days. Reason being that it's not video clips for a lot of it is because, quite frankly, I was just so busy running from one place to the next. I did not actually take my camera out, but the past couple days are a very good example of what I actually do with my time and how I, go day to day between house and work and just juggling everything. So, just in case not everything actually has an image to go with it, to give you a base, let me see what I did. Because I sometimes have time just runs together. If I don't have a calendar or like a book or an appointment, something in front of me, you should just try again. All right, starting with Tuesday. Got up, got my daughter to school, went and by 9 a.m. was at a house that's under contract with a buyer and met the buyer at the property to allow electrician in and get some quotes on some work that needs to be done after closing next week. After that, we ended up having a brokerage lunch out in Collierville, which worked out great because on the way back, there was a broker open house that we went to. And part of being at this broker open, not only networking and, rebuilding some relationships and strengthening relationships with other agents in the business here and the affiliates in this area, but they had it set up to do photos. So the house was open for, photography. They actually allowed you to make a donation to our local association to get actual photos taken by a photographer. Plus you were allowed to walk around and just take snapshot photos in the house using it as a backdrop. Gorgeous property. I definitely got a video of the neighborhood driving out of there for you all. Let's see. After that, I feel like there was something that popped up. No, I know I got to go home for a little bit before having to go and get my daughter for softball and make sure that she got to her field. Oh, I know what was in there. We had an appraisal come back on another property that's under contract with the buyer and had to negotiate some new terms to the contract based on the appraisal findings to make sure that everything is going to go smoothly. After that, had softball game in the evening and came home and took care of the doggos and did some more computer work before closing it out for the day. Today was a little bit more relaxed in the sense of not running around so much, but definitely had more computer work and kind of just clerical work to it. Got up and got my daughter to school and then was able to come back home and have a little bit of a time, where it was downtime just doing market research and checking out what's happening before having to get onto a Tennessee Residential Real Estate Council Zoom meeting at 10. Was on that meeting for a little bit before handling some business calls and then heading out the door to do a one-to-one meeting with a couple of my BNI members who I am with. We have a new program happening in BNI right now that we wanted to come up with a game plan and decide how to present it to our chapter. And anyone who's not familiar with BNI, it is Business Networking Institute. It's basically a business-to-business referral partnership system that I participate in here. And then I can do a whole nother video that delves more into the details of it another time. But yeah, so after that meeting, I ended up, running a couple errands and making business phone calls while I did that. Headed downtown to meet one of my friends at his studio space and help give paint input and color vote so that that project can be worked on. And picked my daughter up from school, came home, let the doggos out, and basically I have been working on an upcoming listing since that time. getting everything kind of drafted in the MLS, sending it to the seller for their review, and kind of like make sure that they don't have any special tweaks to wording, or if I missed any details or put something in a way that they might want differently. Let them see the photos. Today is Wednesday, so super excited to have a listing that's going to be going live this weekend, and kind of already mentally preparing and clearing my schedule to be able to be available to the agents, for questions, and making sure that nothing goes wrong with the showings. Let's see. But yeah, so I think that's the summary. I know it's still only 6:30 here. Finally about to go eat dinner with my kiddo, and probably will do a little bit more organizational work before bed. I don't have any time-sensitive contract items that still need to be done. So anything I do after dinner will just be more like business tracking, making sure I know where I'm spending my time, making sure I'm ready for my next accountability meeting on Monday, which we have each week with my broker. And yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and knock out some of my SOI cards, or, planning for, events down the road, that sort of stuff, which is always ongoing.